book, which is Reflections from a Concerned Son. Going, Gone.
This is your
No, yours.
That's fine.
Yes.
Great job.
So this book of yours, Going, Gone, paints a very stark picture. It paints a very dull picture of the dangers facing Goa, the culture, environment, everything. You still, like, the book was written a while back, right? You still
2008 actually.
2008, so it's almost 20 years back now. Do you see the same Goa heading down the same path? Do you think it's gone worse in recent years? What is your feeling? Do you think Goans have woken up? Are they waking up? Are they ever going to wake up? What's your take on it?
See, when I did that Goan, gone. But I had a question mark at the end of it with the hope that things will improve. And those cartoons were done 10 years before I compiled them in 2008. So I predicted what was happening to Goa in 2000, in
1998.
Yeah, 1998. And today it is, sorry to say that, but it's exactly what I predicted has happened. And there is another cartoon here. We have talked about this. There is this cartoon here says Goa tomorrow. Multilingual, multicultural, multi-world. This is the Goa tomorrow that I predict. And we have English pudding, French fries, German drugs, Russian saxophonies, Israelis in advance, and people buying Portuguese. And there is one here, this lady is telling this guy sitting here, "Hey, you from India?" He says, "I am the last of the Goans." And then I hear all the people from the different states in India in Goa. So this is a very sad picture, though I'm always very positive and very optimistic, but I'm also practical. And few know that I'm a student of sociology and psychology. So I know a little bit of human behavior and how society progresses. So I put all this in a little small cartoon here, what Goa is going to be, and I repeat again, Goa tomorrow, multilingual, multicultural, and multi-world. Right? I have a young gentleman there who's shaking his head vigorously. Thank you.
Thank you. So the next question is about the coconut tree. You've expressed a deep connection to the coconut tree and hinted at a creative project inspired by it. What's about the coconut tree that resonates so deeply with you, and how do you see it symbolizing Goa spirit? You've always talked about the coconut tree. You said are you going to be doing a project? What's so special about the coconut tree?
No. What happened was in Seoli we had a whole project focusing on we had a festival on the coconut tree actually. And I think everybody knows that the coconut tree represents what Goa is. If there is no coconut tree in a photograph or a painting, then it's not Goa. I think you will agree with me. The coconut tree symbolizes Goa. That is why the importance of keeping the coconut tree always in mind and seeing how much we can protect it. Basically, it was that.
Okay. So the project is already happened, basically.
Yeah, we are planning to have it every year now. I was just talking to my friends in the village that we should keep repeating this every year because what we had was very popular and a lot of people came all the way to Seoli.
Coming to music, music has clearly been a constant in your life. It's played a role in your creative process. That's what I've read about. I want to learn about how music inspires you. How do you use music to create what you play? And if you could share a verse from one of your songs. When I spoke to him about the interview, he said that if you want me to sing, I'll sing. So now I'm going to, hold him up to it. If you could, maybe sing a verse and tell us about music and how it has inspired you. How does it continue to inspire you?
I think music is, somebody asked me a question sometime back, if not a cartoonist, then what would you like to be? I said, I definitely would like to be a musician for the simple reason that music reaches out, music has no language. And it reaches out to more people than maybe a cartoon would. So I think, maybe I will focus myself becoming a musician now. It's never too late. So I plan to sing. I plan to write my own songs. I've been writing songs for a very long time. And during the time we used to go to college, we used to have this college camps in the night. And I used to take a popular song and I used to convert it into my own song, what I call decompositions. I used to compose song and decompose it. So maybe I could sing one song. Maybe this is a song that I sang for my exhibition. I don't know how many of you were there, but I did sing. Yeah, there's one lady who's putting no Cecil. That I did sing 2-3 songs at my exhibition. So this is a song that I sang during my college days. I don't know how many of you all have heard of Harry Belafonte.
Yes. Yes.
One of the oldest singers, and he had a song called Men Smart, Woman Smarter. So then I decomposed this song into Men Smart, Woman Smarter, and the Baby Smartest. Okay. So it goes like this, but I would like you all to sing with me also. That's right. Come on. That's right. The babies are smarter. That's right. The babies are smarter. That's right. That's right. I knew a little baby, 2 years old. One day I took her for a stroll. And 90 years later, when I was old, the little baby took me for a stroll. That's right, the babies are smarter. That's right, the babies are smarter. That's right, that's right. I knew a little baby, her name was Kate. She had a beautiful figure 8. But when I had a figure 8 plus 8, she said, Alex, maybe you look out of date. That's right. The babies are smarter. That's right. The babies are smarter. And that's right. And that's right. I knew a little baby. Her name was Jane. I asked her father for a hand in vain. And for 40 years that I did beg, till she turned. Relax, Alex, relax. So he said, actually, let me say it again because the punchline is on the last line. I knew a little baby, her name was Jane. She had I asked her father for a hand in vain, and for 40 years that I did beg, till he finally told me you can take her leg. That's right, the babies are smarter. That's right, the babies are smarter. That's right, and that's right. Really? You have to say amen. Amen. Thank you.
I didn't know that anyone the content track ended with Amen.
Decompose.
Okay. So now, next thing I wanted to ask you is 40,000 cartoons being digitized. That's a massive achievement. And when you reflect on the significance of leaving behind such a vast and meaningful body of work for future generations, what is the message that you're trying to give these new cartoons? Because nowadays people, when they're making their cartoons, they're making them in the digital form itself. a lot of people on Instagram and a lot of people on Facebook are doing their cartoons, directly putting it up on social media.
But I must tell you about the people involved in digitizing my cartoon. I have this friend, you all must have heard of Gladys Wall. She's a syringe artist, and her friend Sariko, right? And her friend Akila Fernandez, and Akila's mother, so almost 94 years, all of them got together. And then Veena Naik, who's been the author of last two books. I don't know what they saw in my cartoon. They said, Alexyz, the work you've been doing all these years have to be preserved and documented. And for the last 9 months, they took all my work. They came to my house and just whatever cartoons were lying all over the place, just took all my cartoons. And for the last 9 months, they have been digitizing my work. So I'm truly honored that they really took up this task. I don't know how they went through it, but for the last 9 months, and now they've completed digitizing it. They have all given me a. So now it will be easy for me to maybe do books, so have exhibitions, and do a lot of things with what they have done. I think a big clap for Gladys, Akila, and all of the others. But I want it to be recorded because I don't think anybody else would have taken so many cartoons and said, come on, we'll do something for you. And they have done it for free. They have not taken a single part from it. It's truly amazing. Thank you.
Last question before I do a rapid fire round and then we open it up.
But I want you all to, I want you all to ask me questions.
Yeah.
Because he's asking me questions from his perspective.
Yeah, so we'll open it up to the audience.
Yeah.
So last question is about, you've spoken a lot about saving Goa and trying to, turn the future of Goa to a different direction. There are activists, there are politicians who are working towards this. What's your message to them? If you would want to tell them, you would want to give them a message to do this right, what would that message be?
I think the time has come for us now to. We have an MLA Carlos, and I think we have to rise up and how best we can save Goa, because Goa is really going down the drain. Wherever it is going, it's not going the right place. So if we don't do it now, I don't think we'll be sitting here like this for another event in another 4-5 years. I think there'll be nobody but all outsiders probably wanting to come and sit here. So we have to come on in, Bob, Carlos, all of us, or there's a lot of journalists around here. I think, and I think we all should think together and do something. I have told you in that first cartoon that what Goa might happen to be. That's multilingual, multinational, but we have to stop that. If we can, if we can stop this from happening, then we should do it now. And maybe this is a very small place here, but ideas can flow and we can all get together and say, come on, let's do it. Carlos, I think you should take the lead. We have a senior politician here also, Thomas Zimbab.
No more than politician.
No more a politician, but I think whatever wisdom and knowledge you have as a politician earlier, you could lend your expertise and let's get down and see what we can do. And I'm not saying I'm 80, I'm maybe 18 years, and let's get down and do something. Thank you.
Okay, so some last, rapid fire questions and then we'll open it up to the audience. So, one word answers, Alexyz. Your favorite cartoon character and why?
But before we go there,
No problem.
before we go further, then I just want to show you some little anecdotes that I've had as a cartoonist, and how sometimes politicians in their own way get into your way of a little glory that you might get. when Richard Hartley came to, when the New Zealand team came to India, I said, and Richard Hartley, the New Zealand cricketer, had broken all the records possible. And I did this cartoon, and with a verse called Richard John Hartley, the world's greatest wicket taker, will there be an overtaker of his records? Hardly. So I wanted to give it to him. And when I approached the Goa Cricket Association, they said no, we can't allow you to give it to him. So this Ramakant Kalab, this character, he said I will give it to him, and they didn't even tell me when they were giving it to him. In the first place, there was a problem because the manager of the New Zealand team said, no, we can't give it to him. It's a cartoon. And then it was quietly shown to Richard Hadley. Richard Hadley said, it's a gift, I like it, and I don't mind receiving it. But Kalab refused to allow me to give it to him. So that's another anecdote here of, I don't know how many of you all remember this cartoon. This is a cartoon about Goto Barkos on, when he was a tourism minister. He came up with this five-star tourism, and the five-star tourism was anything pro Goa. So they wanted to. So I showed this cartoon, and it came 6 or 8 column cartoons in the Herald, and Proto Barbosa rang up the proprietor, not even the editor. And he told the proprietor, he said, Alexyz is making fun of me. How's that? So A.C. Fernandez, the proprietor, called me in his office, in the shop in Panjim, and he said, you better stop making fun of Proto Barbos. But of course, I went on and doing it. And there was another guy called Churchill Alimam. Not he directly, but I was threatened by one of his guys, don't make fun of Churchill Alimam, he said. Anyway, I went on doing it. And during the Konkani agitation, I got a lot of threats of when I was doing those Konkani cartoons. Yeah, there is another cartoon that I did which came in the Goa Times. So this is again about wake up. This is the story of Goa tomorrow. What with foreigners and non-Goans on a land buying spree, and in your absence grabbing your land, a peep into who will minister Goa tomorrow. Please spare a thought at this alarming transition. Talk it over, check it out. And there is one Sartaji here saying, I renamed Goa Gone. So he's saying we are going to change Goa into Gone. Okay? Goa is gone. Chief Minister will be Garbad Singh Delhi Wala. And then we have this Russian guy, Alexyz Arabowski, Minister for Pedophilia, Sex, AIDS, and Nightlife. And then we have an Israeli here, Shalom, Israeli Minister for Rape Parties, Drugs, and Mental Asylums. Then we have Yalla Yallappa, Minister for Garbage, Pollution, and Corruption. And our poor Goikar is here, Zoam Goikar, Minister for Non-Resident, Displaced, and Leftover Goals. So it's a very sad scenario. Please do something about it. And the last one says, okay, here we have Goa is gone and will soon be the world's first global village in the world. Not Goa, but global village. And the final cartoon said, unless gone away goes relocate to Goa, it will be gone. Cry, my friends, cry. This cartoon is about how children uh, want to sell Goa to whoever is willing to buy them. And this is the father and the son and the daughter-in-law. And here we have the Delhi builder with all his money behind, trying wanting to buy this. They are selling this house. I had a nice verse. This is the first. This is the cover of my book called Goa Going Gone, 2008. So I put this up in my exhibition. I think that's about all.
That's about it.
I would like to. One of my favorite characters is Mahatma Gandhi, and I had done this cartoon. If Mahatma Gandhi was to come to Goa, I'll tour Goa. He comes to the tourism department, and the tourism department kicks him out because what they are saying, if you got tourists like you, the others would run away. I show this hippie couple here. What happened, man? Then he says, seems I'm not dressed right. Then the hippies tell him, seems you don't have the right currency, dollars. That's it. These were all at the exhibition, so I brought it just to show you. And this cartoon is about exactly what is. This is how we used to live earlier in the caves, and now what is happening is we are living in these small apartments which are little cubicles or little holes in buildings that people live in now. And this cartoon here says about with so much land, heritage houses being converted into buildings, hotels will one day have to leave home. So she's asking her father, where will we live then, Dad? Boat houses. So that also is going to happen to Goa. People will start living in boat houses in the rivers that we have. Already the government is planning to take over our rivers. So all that is online. That's okay.
So I think we don't have too much of time to do the rapid fire round, but we should keep it open. Anybody has any questions that you'd like to ask Alexyz?
Don't be shy, man.
Prashant?
I would like to ask you one question. What do you feel about artificial intelligence and chat GPT invention?
Please.
Artificial intelligence, AI,
AI.
chat GPT. So what is that going to
What is the next one?
chat GPT?
Ah,
If you want to draw something, you just have to give
I
instructions
know.
and chat GPT draws it.
So that is a very sad thing that
So,
is happening, artificial intelligence. Anything artificial and not natural is not good. In the long run, it's going to affect all of us. And even this chat, what is that called?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, chat. Is very bad. These are all artificial things. I think we will all start living like zombies. I think we will not be ourselves. The situation is very bad, but we should think of how we can counter that. Especially people in the colleges, professors, teachers who are here should think about it and have seminars like this talking about artificial intelligence and the chat programs. Yes, Father.